Hello, this is my presentation, my demonstration lesson for a 5th grade computer class. My name is Mrs. Bennett. Okay, as the students come in, they will have a do now on the board. So their do now is to open Google Chrome. They're going to log in first, and then they're going to type in the address bar this website. This is my website. It's the website that has our lesson for today. They must type the letters correctly because they are case sensitive. M has to be capitalized, M, C, and Z must be capitalized. Okay, so as they're doing this, I'm going to give them a few minutes to complete this KWL PowerPoint survey. So they come in and they're going to be doing this. So this is, I'm going to just allocate a little bit of time right now just for them. I'm going to welcome them in. I'm just kind of timing myself. Okay, and they're logging in, doing that. Just going to practice my timing here. Okay, so I'm going to continue. All right, what is multimedia? Okay, we're going to begin a unit called multimedia. Today is the beginning. This is the first lesson on the unit. Okay, so what I'm going to ask the students is, what is multimedia? So I would ask that question, and I would have the students think about it in their head. I'm going to have a little bit of a wait time, and then I'm going to talk to the students and tell them to pair and share. What is multimedia? Okay, so the students are going to talk to each other and say, multimedia is, and go over it. And then I'll have a volunteer. I'll say, okay, who would like to volunteer and tell me what multimedia is? So the student will say, it's a communication, it's a way to communicate our ideas. Maybe a teacher uses it for teaching, and it includes videos, it includes images, text, pictures, sound, okay? And then I'll go into, that is correct. It is defined as using more than one medium of expression or communication, such as what you said, text, graphics, a full motion video, sound, and it's all integrated in one package, such as this. This is a multimedia presentation, okay? So the topic areas in this unit will include digital presentations like PowerPoint, what I'm using here, digital posters. These are things that we're going to be doing in the coming weeks, photo stories, and slideshows. Okay. The keywords we're using are text, titles, slides, graphics, backgrounds, digital images, video, audio, narration, etc. The texts that are in blue are what we're going to be focusing today. We're going to be focusing on text. We're going to be we're going to create a slide. We're going to insert a background in our slide and also a digital image. Okay, so let's review our KWL results. So what I'll do is I'll click on this and it'll show a snapshot of what the students responded. Okay, so it's blank here, but I'm just going to quickly look at it and see what the students know, what they want to know, and what they learned in PowerPoint already. So then based off of their responses, I will focus on the areas that they need. Okay, so now I would like the students to think, pair, and share at this time. So first of all, I want you to think, what are other programs you can use to make a multimedia presentation? Besides PowerPoint, what other programs do you use? Okay, so now turn and talk to your partner. What are other programs you've used in the past? And then I'm going to ask for a volunteer to share. Great, okay, so somebody else uses Microsoft Video Maker. Excellent. All right. The objective for today is that, let's say it together, boys and girls, I will be able to compose an acrostic poem with my name. You're going to be able to insert a background design and an image on a PowerPoint slide. That is our goal today, okay? Now, here's an example of an acrostic poem. I'm sure many of you already know. Who knows what it is? Yes? Okay, great, wonderful. Okay, so we have the three things that we're going to be working on today is text, which is your acrostic poem. Mrs. Bennett is mathematical, reliable, super, brilliant, encouraging. She never stops learning. She's nurturing, exciting. She's a techie and a teacher, okay? So I used a background design that suits my that I prefer, that I like, and it goes well, I think, with my slide. My font is a reflection of me. I like this type of font. And these are the two images that go with my poem, okay? There's a teacher here, and she's teaching math, and then over here, you could see there's an apple for teacher, okay? So this is what I want you to be able to do today at the end of the day, or you will be able to do this today. Okay, so let's start off with opening PowerPoint. Okay, so we're going to start off, you're going to click Start, okay? You're going to go to All Programs, and you're going to go to Microsoft Office. Okay, we have to find where Microsoft Office, and then you're going to select Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, so your PowerPoint should look like this. It should open up to a blank slide. Okay, and on the top here you have tabs. This is your Home tab. You have your Insert tab, which we're going to be looking at. Your Design tab. So these four tabs were File, Home, Insert, and Design are what we're going to be focusing on, because that's the areas in which we're going to be working. So inserting, let's do text first. Let's stay on Home, and let's put our name in here. Okay, so just as a refresher for those who forgot how to use PowerPoint, let's just go ahead and type in our name. I'm going to type in Mrs. Bennett, okay? All right, there you have it, boys and girls. You have created a text on a PowerPoint slide, okay? That's what you do. That's your first step, create a text. Second, you can change the font, okay? You can do the font, you can bold it, you can change the whatever font you want that you feel most reflects you. And then you can also change the size. You can make it larger or smaller, okay? So that's font. You can even change the color, all right? And that's text. The next thing that I want you to do is to insert a photo or insert an image. So here, you're going to go onto the Insert tab. So boys and girls, please follow along, okay? If I'm going too fast, please make sure you raise your hands, okay? All right, so inserting a picture. Let's use clip art for example, boys and girls, okay? So let's use, let's type in here multimedia, M-U-L-T-I, go make sure you're in the text box. So M-U-L-T-I, multimedia, M-E-D-I-A, and hit go or enter. You'll see two images come up, okay? And what you want to select, just pick either of the two. I'm going to select this one. All right, so now you notice that the picture is right in the center of the slide and right on top of the name, okay? So you can use your mouse to move the picture anywhere you want it to go, okay, in the slide. So you can do that. Also, what you can do is you can increase the picture by dragging. You'll see a little arrow here. You'll see two arrows, you know, one pointing in opposite directions. You can increase the size by dragging it, just like so, okay? You can also use once you have it selected, you see four arrows. That means that this object or this image is selected. You may use your arrow keys, okay, to move it precisely where you want it to be on your slide. Okay, so you can do this. You can move it up and down, and also you can also do that with your name. You know, you have to make sure that you see the four arrows, and you could use your keyboard up and down arrows, or you may use your mouse to move it. More accurate would be to use your keyboard, okay? All right, so there's two things that we did there. We inserted we have text, and we inserted a photo. Now, the third thing that I want you to do is to insert a background, okay? So here's how we insert a background. You go to Design, okay, and here's a background here. You can select, just kind of drag, put your mouse over it, and mouse over the different designs, the background designs, okay? And then choose one that to your liking, that you like. So I like this one, okay? I noticed that my name is in here, and you can include a subtitle, or you could delete that, okay? I like this slide, and then this picture's too big, so I can decrease the size, and I would move it, maybe say down here, okay? So something like this, or something to the right. All right, there you have it, boys and girls. You're able to create a slide with your name or a text. You have a background, and you have an image. Congratulations. Now, what we're going to do, boys and girls, is we're going to go back to our PowerPoint presentation that we left off at. So we went over text, we went over images, and we went over backgrounds. Shortcuts, there's all different types of shortcuts. Control A is to select all. You can also cut and paste. Control X is to cut. Control V is to paste. Control C is to copy. And then again, like I said, you could use your arrows to move things around. It's easier, it's faster. Okay, so those are different types of shortcuts that you can use while you're editing your slide. Okay, so let's continue on here to the next slide. Let's see, F5. Okay, this from the beginning. Okay. Okay, so now we have, here are some examples. Since you're going to be doing an acrostic name poem, okay, here are some examples of acrostic name poems, names. We have Kelly, who is kind-hearted, energetic. She's a leader, loving, and young, okay? So these are examples of what you can do in your PowerPoint slide, okay? You also may use a search engine. If you're stuck on a letter and you can't think of a word, okay, you may use the search engine, okay? All right, so here are the directions for the poem, okay? You're going to open my website. It should already be opened. Okay, you should see it on the bottom of your screen. And if it's not, if you accidentally closed it, type this in. Okay, http://goo.gl/M/C/Z/ODY, lowercase ODY, enter. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to select Mrs. Bennett PowerPoint. There's a template that I created. You saw it earlier. Okay, that template you're going to use to create, it's going to make it faster. Once you have that, you can just overwrite my information. It's going to say Mrs. Bennett. Change Mrs. Bennett to your name, okay? And then you'll see I have words going across for the acrostic poem. I have M for mathematical. Change that up to use your name, okay? Then what I want you to do is make sure you change. So select the template, save it to your computer, open it, and enable editing. We're gonna do that step by step. Okay, you're gonna put your first and or last name in your acrostic poem. For those advanced learners, I want you to do both. Okay, if you feel that this is too easy for you, I want you to challenge yourself to do both names. Okay, and then for those who need extra help, I'm here. You have your classmate right next to you to help you. I'll be walking around to help anyone who needs help. I think that's what I'm going to do there. I just don't have time to do the cards. Amy. That note's for Amy. Okay, so what you're going to do in the template is you're going to update the text. Okay, you want to change the text. You're not going to use my text. Okay, that's, or my font. That's what it's called, the font. Okay, update the font of your text. So I'm going to change that. Update the font. Update the font. of your text to represent your style, okay? F5, see, start from the beginning. Okay, so update the font to represent your style. Okay, we're going to insert the image that reflects your poem. Okay, so if you have, if you're talking about mathematical and you do something like with cars, it doesn't go. So you want to make sure that your image reflects something that's part in your name or your poem, your acrostic poem, okay? Insert the background design, okay? Make sure that your background design does not interfere with your text, okay? And most importantly, have a fun. Make mistakes. Enjoy doing this. This is your presentation, okay? This is the beginning of your multimedia presentation that you're going to be presenting at the end of the unit. Okay, so the rubric here, I created a rubric here for you so that you are clear. You get a total possible points of 8. Total possible points of 8, okay? This is a link to the rubric. I saved it as an image and then I inputted it onto this slide. I don't want you to get anything in the red or the yellow. I want you to focus on the green, okay? You get 2 points in each section. If you use the content and your word choice is good, you get 2 points. All words are complete and descriptive, okay? Your convention, your spelling, no spelling errors. Make sure you don't have, you'll get a 2 if you get 100% spelling. Image, you must have an image that reflects the writing to get 2 points. And your background design, you'll get a 2 if your background is clear from writing, from text, from the text or from the writing. That's fine. Okay, so I'm just gonna close here, and we're gonna work through it. I'm gonna volunteer to share. I'm gonna ask a volunteer to share their PowerPoint slide at the end. Okay, and I want you to know as you're doing this, I want you to think about what was challenging. Okay, what was challenging? What did you have difficulties with? What were questions you had? Okay, because then I can address that at the end. All right, or we can even talk about it when we come back for the next class. All right, your homework is to do research, is to find a local or global issue that you're interested in. You're going to write your topic on an index card, and this will be part of your multimedia presentation for next week. Okay, we're going to be adding to this presentation. So that's all for today, boys and girls. And now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to continue working on our slides. I'm going to be walking around the class and just seeing, who needs help and if there's any questions. Okay. Thank you very much. And here's my audio for today. Just clapping. Thank you.